Hello, my darlings. So, for today's collective, you are witnessing a monumental moment. First of all, we're going to be using the Tarot of Dreams. I feel very drawn to use that one today. I don't know why. Don't ask, because you all know I just follow my intuitive nudges. And to set the tone, we're going to be using the Energy Oracle cards. Now, the monumental moment comes in the fact that I was having an identity crisis these past few days. I have always been the type of reader that literally says out loud all the time, I don't read reversals. I don't read reversals, never have, never, ever, ever have. But apparently my guides keep pushing me to do it. I'm like, why? Because now I feel like a liar. But que será, you know, it is what it is. If that's what they're telling me to do, that's what I'm going to do. But before we start, let's go ahead and set the tone. Oh, you know what? That means I have to do that with these two. Hold on. I have to put some that are reversed, because I don't know. This is going to be weird. I might stumble a little bit. You guys are just going to have to bear with me because this is new to me, okay? I've never read reversals before. So let's set the tone. What's the tone or the theme for today's collective? What's the theme for today's collective? Okay, so we've got a contract. Upright. Okay. What's the theme for today's collective? Oh, anxiety. And cornucopia in reverse. Oh, that's pretty easy. Okay. All right. The first one is pretty easy to tell. Let me turn my phone off. Hold on. All right. So today's theme has something to do with somebody who's in a contract. Could be work, right? Because not all the readings are romantic, though I'm a Libra, so 98% of them will be. Somebody's in a contract that maybe they're trying to get out of, but they're anxious because they would lose wealth because it's in reversed, right? So they would lose wealth with this contract ending. Trying to get out of this contract would mean they lose abundance. So let's go ahead and see. I already did these for half of them are facing, you know, they're upright. The other half are not. So let's see. This is going to feel weird. Oh, before I forget, guys, there's somebody out there keeps stealing my pictures and they keep messaging you guys, commenting under your comments. I have already blocked them. I reported them. Facebook does not care. So you're going to have to take preemptive measures and be careful with these people. Just because they have my pictures doesn't mean it's me. Okay. Click on their name, go to their profile. If they do not have content, that is a scammer. Please block and report. Maybe one day Facebook will do something about it. And I hadn't even started, so we're putting that back. As you guys know, I've made the announcement that I'm not going to be doing personal readings anymore. So if you want to support, because now the majority of my income will be coming from subscriptions. So if you want to fully support what I do, please make sure to subscribe. That's all I'm going to ask for now. Please, please, please. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. What is today's collective? Tell you about today's storyline. Oh, you know what? I flipped it over. That means it was like this. All right. I told you it's going to be weird. It's okay. So the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is, oh, I forgot to look at the bottom. This is something not moving forward. Oh, Seven of Wands in reverse. I'm just going to be flipping the meanings, I suppose. So something not moving forward, like somebody's afraid to fight for something. They're afraid to stand up for what they want. And I'm saying afraid because this is Leo Mars, right? So it's somebody, when it's upright, it's a Leo Mars. So that energy represents boldness, courage, defending what you want, fighting for what you want. So when it's in reverse, it's fear. Somebody who does not have the boldness or the courage to fight for what they believe. And that leads to stagnancy. That leads to, especially with this, they may feel like they're They may feel like their luck isn't on their side, because this also is like good fortune, fate, destiny. So they may feel like fate and destiny are going against them. They're a little bit, they're letting anxiety take over. So let's see. Clarify. I forgot to do these upright, but oh well. I mean, upright and reversed. Clarify the wheel in reverse. Clarify the wheel in reverse. Clarify the wheel in reverse. Okay, we've got the Knight of Swords. Clarify the wheel in reverse. The Magician. Oh, that one came out in reverse, see? The cards are cooperating. Very good. Ace of Swords. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Okay. So Ace of Swords is somebody wants to cut themselves free, wants to set themselves free. Ultimately, this card is upright. So this is victory, success, but they may not believe they're going to be successful. See, okay, here's the thing about our mind, which I feel so many people really, really overlook and underestimate. Our mind, our subconscious, is such a powerful tool. There is nothing you will not be granted if you believe you can have it, if you trust the universe. So today's storyline may be about a masculine or a feminine. I still don't know who it is. But this is somebody who does not trust themselves. They don't trust that they deserve this. They don't trust that they can have this. So Knight of Swords, this person was very determined to make something happen. I think that they were trying to release themselves from, because the Lovers is in reverse, this could have been a false twin flame connection or a soulmate that was meant to teach them a lesson, a karmic lesson, but it wasn't meant to be like long-term connection. However, there's a contract here. So yeah. So this person feels blocked. It feels like the universe is conspiring against them, maybe. We're going to leave the Lovers reversed. Let's see. Oh, this is weird. Okay. What else do we need to know? Page of Wands. Oh, the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay. So, Knight of Cups, when the Knight of Cups is upright, it's somebody who's really idealistic. So when it's in reverse, this person feels almost like, again, it's this anxiety taking over. Like, I just need to accept reality. With this combination, I would say that there's a little bit of pessimism here, even touching on this card, because of the Knight of Cups in reverse. So somebody's, look at the, this is why I'm saying that. Look at this kid's face. Like, I don't know why the fuck I thought I could have what I wanted. That type of energy. So let's see. Clarify the Page of Wands. Somebody here is really pessimistic. Yeah. Okay, so again, this doesn't have to be romantic. This could be somebody trying to get their ideal job that they thought would give them a lot of security, a lot of stability. With the Eight of Pentacles, they may have put a lot of work into this, or they may have been willing to put a lot of work into this. This is a contradiction here because this is Aries Sun and this is Cancer Moon. Aries and Cancer energy squares each other. And then we have Pisces energy, Virgo energies. There's a lot of oppositions. Virgo and Pisces are opposite each other. So this is also Cancer though. So I feel like this person has a lot of internal battles, is what it feels like. They're fighting themselves because the Aries Sun really wants this, really wants to make this happen. They want, you see how there's 4 wands behind this page and there's also 4 wands here? It feels like a portal, like an 11-11 portal. They want to manifest a new beginning. And a piece of them, it's like half of them is so sure that they can have it. And the other half of them is like, yeah, stop dreaming. Let it go. Because their subconscious, the moon, their subconscious is telling them, what makes you think you can have this? makes you think you deserve this? Their anxiety is eating away at their confidence right now. And the thing is, confidence comes from our solar plexus, which is part of manifestation. If we're not confident that we deserve something, if we don't feel worthy of it on some level, we won't get it. We can get it temporarily and then it'll slip our grasp because we didn't believe we could have it the whole time. So that seems to be what's happening. This person here is stepping into a very childlike, and the reason the page is here is it's not just childlike, but it's childish. It could be that it comes from their, inner child. Maybe growing up, they were taught like you need to lower your expectations and not expect anything good. Let's see. And they're having trouble breaking out of that mentality. Let's just take one for now. Yeah. Knight of Coins with the Four of Wands. Again, in reverse. So this gives a couple of extra layers of information. In reverse, the Knight of Coins is not moving forward, obviously, but it gives a different reason. Not only was the Knight of Cups in reverse, which means he was losing optimism, he was losing faith in himself. He's also being extremely pessimistic in the sense that finances are probably coming into play. Because remember, cornucopia is in reverse. So this may be somebody who weighs his worth based off of what he has in his bank account, right? Which can be really dangerous, really dangerous. I'm not saying that money doesn't add to our sense of security, but if we have a really secure, stable sense of self, even when we don't have money, we'll be like, you know what? I'm going to make it up. I'll build my finances up again. Age-wise, the Knight of Coins is somebody who just got out of college. So they're probably early 20s, mid 20s, maybe for the, average. So they're just coming out of university, college. It means they have all the right knowledge. They just haven't even built on it yet. This in reverse means that they don't even have faith that they can build on it. They don't believe that they can build shit. They believe that they're nothing. Their sense of direction, their sense of purpose is shot right now. Four of Wands. Now, we did see that this is the possibility of somebody trying to walk away from a connection, right? It could be that this person feels defeated. They can't. Whatever connection they've been in may have been part of what is defeating them mentally. And I'm saying that because people really underestimate how important it is to have a partner that builds you up, that lifts you up, because our partners are, hold on. Oh, I don't know why I'm sneezing. I don't even have allergies, but okay. Our partners are one of the most intimate people near us. What the hell? Okay. I don't know what that is. But when the person nearest to us is not supportive and always is creating conflict and stress and anxiety and talking down to us and treating us like shit, it's going to put us in this place of lack of faith in ourselves. Especially if we already have that problem, it's just going to compound it. So let's clarify the Knight of Coins. But I really feel like a lot of this has to do with this person. See, I'm going to take them in reverse because they came out. Okay. You know what? I did that the opposite. It was supposed to be the other way around. Yeah. Okay. No, because it really aligns with this. Okay. I told you this is weird. I'm going to fumble my way through the first few readings like this. So, Three of Cups, when it's upright, is somebody who's in a celebratory mood. They're optimistic. They're happy, right? It's friends, family, because it's a Cancer Mercury. In reverse, it means that even the people closest to this person may be adding to their burden. And again, the Knight of Pentacles is reversed, right? So it makes them feel super weighed down. Like they don't, like, I'm even feeling drained just thinking about it. Like somebody doesn't even have the energy to put one foot forward. They're just like, what's the use? Like they're completely defeated mentally. Externally, you would never know because they're showing up in this Two of Pentacles like, oh yeah, everything's fine. Like, you know, those of you who like memes, you know that meme where there's this girl that has a sword through her neck and then she's like, no, everything's fine. That's what this feels like. Somebody being in complete and utter loss and yet trying to act like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Everything's good. Because they also don't want pity. They don't want people feeling sorry for them, right? And that's, right now, that's what they're feeling. Let's see. They feel like if they tell people where they're at, they're just going to get pity. Oh, now it came out. This one came out in reverse. The Seven of Cups. Another Mars card in reverse. So two fire Mars energy card in reverse. First, the Leo Mars was in reverse. Now we have the Aries Mars in reverse. Again, Mars is a card of action. It's an energy of action, especially when it's in fire, like Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. In this case, already two of these cards, Leo Mars, Aries Mars, have come in reverse, which means this person feels like they can't take action. They're sitting here dreaming, fantasizing about what they want, but they don't feel the strength to take action. They don't feel their anxiety is eating away even at their energy, at their source of power. Oh man. Hold on. I have to flip a few of these over because I feel like I'm not really reading correctly right now. Okay. This feels weird. Let's clarify this Two of Wands in reverse. Clarify the Two of Wands in reverse. One more. Oh, look, now it came out in reverse. Okay. So if maybe before they felt like they had everything pretty well in hand, they could at least act like everything was okay. Now they can't even act. Now they've completely lost. They may be isolating themselves, because if this is somebody who is embarrassed of other people feeling pity, they don't even want everybody to know what they're going through, right? Which is just a self-defense mechanism. It doesn't mean it's wrong or right, but that's what they've been taught. That's how they protect themselves. They may have, with the Tower and the Four of Pentacles, they may have made a bad business investment. They feel like they're losing money. Their sense of stability and security has been shot, which is why the cornucopia card came out in reverse. And they're trying to rebalance themselves because they're definitely out of whack right now. They're out of balance. They feel like their finances are out of balance, especially because it's Pentacles. And their sense of security, their sense of stability has completely gone haywire. Now, we do have 4 and 2, which is the Six of Pentacles. But because they're both in reverse, we're going to consider it the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So, Six of Pentacles in reverse feels like this person might have been giving loans to people that they cared about. Family, friends, co-workers even, because they felt very generous. They felt like, oh, it's okay, I got this, I have more than enough. But maybe these people haven't been paying them back. And not only that, it was excessive. It was excessive generosity. And unfortunately, because it was a reverse, I have to say it might have also come from a place of ego. Like, oh yeah, like, you know, somebody being really proud that they can be the one to loan money, even if it leaves them with nothing. And so now they're kind of paying for that. All right. Let's see. What else do we need to know about this storyline? Queen of Wands and the Three of Coins. Okay, so I don't know if this is, they're showing up as a page, so this could be a partner. Because we do have a contract, right? So this could be the person that they're in a contract with. Let's see. But this is somebody they want to build with or somebody they have built with. Clarify the Queen of Wands. This came out sideways. Hold on. Let's see what the other cards are. And then I'll know what the orientation was supposed to be. It's supposed to be upright. Okay, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Wheel of Fortune. So this is the contract, the person that they're in a contract with. Queen of Wands. This is somebody, although very beautiful, right? Very attractive. In this deck, this represents an actress, which might be a little worrisome, because it means that when this person met this Queen of Wands, they probably felt like, oh my God, this is my lucky day. You know, I met this amazing person. They thought that they could build with them. Remember, this is a Mars card as well, but this is Capricorn Mars. They felt like they could build with this person, and now, boom. Now they've got all these worries and stress. Of course, this could be, there's another way that this could be put, right? I feel like there's two Queens of Wands. One Queen of Wands is the one that the person got into a contract with. I don't know why I'm feeling that. I just have to say that. One Queen of Wands is the one that this person got into a contract with, felt that this was their, you know, good luck, their fate, their fortune. But it was very sexual in nature, and they realized that they can't really build anything with this person. And for some of you, because again, there's a collective reading, there's another Queen of Wands. This one is truly fated and destined for this person. They truly can build with them, but because of all the burdens that they've already accumulated up until now, they're excited about it, but they know they can't take action. They know they can't, again, another Mars card in reverse. They can't take action towards this Queen. So this is where the stagnancy is. Okay, let's see. You know, let's just do 5. I feel like that works better. All right. What else do we need to know about this storyline? Ooh. Okay, that was a lot. Gonna keep that one in reverse. Palace of Cups in reverse. Ooh, Ace of Cups in reverse. Yep. Okay. So let's go with the first storyline. This is the Queen that they created a contract with. Right now, she's the focus. This, of course, remember when they met her, they felt this was fate, destiny. It was all the amazing things they could build with her. They thought this was going to be a really safe, emotional place. They felt like this was love. This was everything they wanted. And now all of that is reversed, which means they've lost all emotion for this. And now it's the opposite. Instead of feeling like a place full of safe, warm, fuzzy emotions, now it's the opposite. It's suffocating. It's drowning them. Clarify the Palace of Cups in reverse. The Hermit. Temperance, the Tower, World in reverse, and 4 of Pentacles in reverse with the 8 of Pentacles. So this is a couple of different things mixed. 8 of Pentacles makes me feel like this person feels like they can't ever make enough money. They can't ever, this Queen may be somebody who spends a lot. Cornucopia is a reverse. Any abundance they have, just it flows like water. But water without any control, right? It's just a leak, financial leak. This person financially drains them. So with the Hermit card here, they also feel very lonely. Because remember, this place of emotional safety is gone. There's no connection between them and this Queen of Wands anymore. So with the Temperance, they're trying to temper that, because with the Tower, it just creates more tension. It creates more resentment, more anger, more explosive bursts of rage. But in reality, with the World card, they know that they don't have it in them to end this contract yet. They can't. 4 of Pentacles in reverse again. They don't have the money, or ending the contract would bleed them further of money. Yeah, so they're feeling really lost right now. Ooh, man. Okay. Let's see. Oh, have it in reverse. What else do we need to know about the storyline? Yep, there's that Four of Coins in reverse and Nine of Wands. Four of Coins in reverse keeps showing up, which means maybe their savings are gone. Their sense of security, stability is gone. Anything they had stored and protected, gone. Clarify the Four of Coins in reverse. Ace of Pentacles, Temperance, Eight of Swords, Four of Wands. With the Justice card. Okay. With the Justice card in reverse, whatever was done, I'm going to call this person the Knight of Coins so far because that's what they've shown up as. Whatever has been done to this Knight of Coins is very unfair, which is why they're trying to get out of this contract, right? So the positive thing is that we still have the Nine of Wands upright. This is Sagittarius moon. They still haven't lost all optimism. They still have some hope that it can work. They're not taking action right now. Action-wise, that is in reverse. But they haven't lost hope. Ace of Pentacles, there's a piece of them that still tells them, like, don't give up. Don't give up, because the universe would not have put this other Queen of Wands in your path unless that was meant to, like, make up for all the injustices you've suffered. Eight of Swords in reverse. They also know that the universe would not have put this Queen of Wands in their path unless they could free themselves, unless the ability to free themselves was within their hands. And then they could be with her. So it's like they still have a moment of clarity, like, wait a minute. It's not over. Yeah. Like, they want to release these burdens. They want to release this worry. And almost like they're trying to bring in that same logic that has them in anxiety. They're trying to bring that logic in when it comes to the connection they have with this queen, with this other Queen of Wands. Like, would the universe have aligned me with somebody like that unless I could be with them? Why the universe wouldn't be so cruel as to align me with someone I can't have when they're the right partner for me. Let's see. So maybe they're worried. It's not so much about their sense of security, although that does affect as well. Maybe they're also worried they can't give her the life that they would like. But that should be the least of their concerns. Let's see. What else do we need to know? Ooh. I bent that one. Knight of Wands. Okay. With the Knight of Swords. I don't know if you guys... I don't know if you guys ever had that happen where you're learning to drive, and instead of using one foot, you have one foot on the brake and the other one on the gas, and you're like trying to push one and the other, and it's like start, stop, because that's what this feels like. Like, this person has one foot on the brake and the other foot on the gas because they want to go, but they don't think they can. And it's like, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. Because these are both very action-oriented knights, very action-oriented. But they're coming out. One is upright and one is in reverse. There's so much passion this Knight of Coins has for the other Queen of Wands. But his intellect is telling him you can't do it. His anxiety is telling him it's not the time. His anxiety is telling him she probably won't even want you because you have nothing. You're not worth anything to her. Ooh, that's kind of harsh. Let's see. Yeah, because see, the Five of Coins is here in reverse. So this person may feel like if I show up penniless, she won't even want me. I don't know that that's true, but let's see. Clarify the Knight of Wands in reverse. I mean, upright. Clarify the Knight of Wands. Emperor in reverse. Strength in reverse. Oh my God. Clairvoyant Knight of Wands. Temperance upright. With the Death in reverse. Okay. Oh, you know what, guys? This is a test. This is a test for this Emperor. I'm going to call him an Emperor because he is here. This is a test. Look at all these major arcanas. This is a fucking test. It's a test of how bad do you want this? What's more important to you? Where are your priorities? Death in reverse means that they're meant to transform and they're kind of resisting that transformation right now because that transformation would require them putting aside their ego, putting aside their pride, almost, this feels terrible to say, but I just have to say it, almost humbling themselves because maybe they're used to being a little bit of a hothead. They're used to being the emperor that comes in and is always in charge, and they're the person that knows everything, and they're the ones that can pay for everything. And right now, the universe has stripped these things from them, maybe using this Queen of Wands, right? But it was necessary because they're trying to temper that ego. The universe is trying to temper that arrogance because the Emperor in reverse can be arrogant. Strength in reverse is very egotistical. And maybe this person wasn't even aware of how much they relied on this when they would act. So they're resisting transformation because moving forward, despite having nothing financially, is a test of humility. It's a test of just how humble are you? Can you come to the person you love and say, all I have is me? Is me enough? They're terrified of asking that question. They're terrified of being in that position because what if me is not enough? But that's an internal issue. That's not a Queen of Wands issue. You see what I'm saying? Okay, let's see. What else do we need to know about this storyline? We saw booty in reverse. Eight of Swords in reverse with the 10 of Coins in reverse. Yeah. They can set themselves free at any time, but they would have to set themselves free without a penny to their name. And that's really digging into this Emperor's ego, into the sense of his sense of power and control. He's like, what? What do you mean nothing? What the fuck? I'd rather stay with this person, even if she abuses me, even if she mistreats me, but maybe she has finances now. Clarify Eight of Swords. Eight of Pentacles, the Empress in reverse, 10 of Wands, with the Four of Swords in reverse. So, Four of Swords in reverse is the last thing they have right now is peace of mind. This kind of confirms it, right? They're full of anxiety. They're full of, they can't rest. They don't have a moment of rest. They're working their ass off because they're desperately trying to recuperate their 10 of Coins. And I feel recuperate because, like I said, I feel like they were at a very high status at some point. But the Empress is in reverse, which says that the reason they're doing it is still coming from a place of vanity. It's coming from a place of wanting to be in the limelight, wanting to be seen, wanting to be given recognition for what they have, not who they are. So with the 10 of Wands, all they're doing is creating extra burdens for themselves because they can set themselves free at any time as long as they accept that they may not have. And I'm not saying they won't end up without a penny, right? I could be wrong. Maybe they'll just end up with half of their assets. But to them, that's what it feels like they just have nothing. And it could be that they have nothing. The point is, that's not what matters. Finances come and go. They're fluid. You can't hold on to them. They're like sand and water. The tighter you try holding on to them, the more they flee. This person's sense of value has to stop coming from what they own, from what they have in their bank account. They have to bring more to the table than just finances. And maybe that had never been an issue before. And with the Empress in reverse, they're realizing maybe just how vain they are, just how arrogant they are when it comes to what they used to have, what they own. They're more concerned with status and image than they are with authenticity. So like I said, it's a test. This is a test for this Emperor. What else? What else do we need to know? The Three of Cups in reverse. Yep, there's that Cancer Mercury. With the Eight of Wands, Sagittarius Mercury. Again, opposing energies, because they're both Mercury energies, but one is about taking action. It's Sag Mercury, so don't give a fuck. Move forward regardless. This one is Cancer Mercury, so it's like, but how will I give? How will I provide? How will I do this? But it in reverse, it's also, it's not, how to put this? Because it is Cancer Mercury, it's somebody who's used to being in the role of the over giver, the overextender, the one that has no boundaries. So they can't move forward now because they care too much about, that's who I am. And when you take that from me, what's left? Nothing. Nothing is left if I have nothing to give financially. But there is. That's the problem. They're not seeing themselves as having any value outside of what they may have financially. Clarify the Three of Cups. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Wands, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Pentacles in reverse. Yep. That's what the universe is trying to teach this person. That's why the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. And I read somebody's comment yesterday, which I'm always grateful for the comments you guys leave, but somebody mentioned that they had understood the Wheel of Fortune a different way when I said that sometimes we're at the top and sometimes we're at the bottom. And yes, it does give us more compassion for when other people are at the bottom. But see, the problem with that is that I think this person was one of those that was used to being at the top. They were never at the bottom. And now that the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse and they're at the bottom, they used to look at the people at the bottom like dirt. Like they're nothing. They're stupid. They can't fucking build wealth. What's wrong with them? They have no value. They're of no worth to me unless they have finances. So now that they're at the bottom, they see themselves that way. But the whole point of the universe putting them there is making them see, do you see now that being at the bottom has nothing to do with your sense of worth, your sense of value? Do you see that being at the bottom doesn't mean that you're not just as intelligent, just as capable as other people? It just means that circumstances maybe are not playing in your favor right now. So with the Ace of Swords, the universe is trying to get them to understand that universal truth, that somebody that does not have wealth does not mean they don't have value. Because right now, with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like doors are closing, opportunities are being lost. All the plans that this person had, all the desire to move forward was lost once they lost the Ten of Pentacles. They might have lost support from family. They might have lost support from their community. And now they feel absolutely worthless. They feel like they have nothing. Nothing. There's that song. Oh, what is it? Who sings that one? Whitney Houston? I have nothing. But they do. That's the problem. But see, the Knight and the Four of Coins is the Five of Coins in reverse. I told you. And here it is, showing up again. This person needs to step into the energy of trust. Trust, gratitude for what they do have. Instead of just focusing on what they don't. Instead of focusing on, well, I'm struggling to pay my bills, so that makes me a loser. That's not the truth. But that's how they used to see people who struggled financially. Anybody who struggled financially and maybe didn't have status, they would look at them like, what a loser. Like, who stays stuck in that part of life? But the universe is like, no. Don't do that. Don't do that, because the day of tomorrow, you're going to end up at the bottom. There's a difference between being proud of our accomplishments and being arrogant about our accomplishments. When we're proud of our accomplishments, we are looking at our past self. Like if maybe we had a little business and it grew and we're so proud of it, we're proud of our past self, all the effort, energy, time we put into that, the skill that went into that, the craft that went into that. That's pride. Have pride in that. Arrogance is when we look at others and say, ha, they're falling behind. What an idiot. That's arrogance, because we start comparing ourselves to other people and looking down on others based on our accomplishments. That's not okay. And that's where this person was. I remember when I said the Six of Pentacles, the 4 and the 2 in reverse came out a while ago. Now we have the Six of Pentacles again, the 5 and the Ace in reverse. So again, they would give. This was a very generous person, but they would give because they wanted to almost feel a sense of superiority over others. This is the person that they'll give, but they'll never accept anything in return. When they're down, they'll never let you know, so that you don't have that sense of superiority over them, so that you don't have to give to them, because they're going to assume that you have the mentality that they had when they were at the top. They were arrogant, so they're going to assume anybody trying to give to them right now is arrogant. They're looking down on them, thinking they're a loser. And again, the fact that it's Cancer, Mercury in reverse means that this person probably learned this in childhood. Their family probably taught them this. They feel like this is how the world works. And it's hard for them to see it any other way. Which, of course, is unfair to themselves and to the people around them, but that's the whole point of this lesson, right? That's exactly the whole point of this lesson. So, let's see. What else do we need to know about this storyline? Okay, so we've got the Strength card. The Page of Cups. So, the point of this lesson is not only to get them in a state of courage and boldness, it's also to get them into the understanding of pride in oneself. Pride in oneself for who we are, not for what we own. But this is pride in our ability. Maybe this person has artistic ability. So let's say that this is somebody who used to have this art gallery, right? They went bankrupt. Maybe they didn't know how to manage their finances correctly, clearly. They overspent. They lost everything. And now they're sitting there thinking, oh my God, I'm worthless. They're still an artist, though. Their skill never left them. Just their sense of accomplishment left them. But because they were placing the sense of accomplishment and pride on how much they accumulated in the bank, not on their skill. So the Strength card with the Page of Cups is like, you have to reevaluate what you're placing pride on. Are you placing pride on your skill, on your craft, on your ability to be vulnerable, on your ability to trust the world, to give to the world, to love the world? What are you taking a sense of pride in? That's the whole lesson. Let's see. Clarify the Strength card. Ace of Cups. 5 of Swords. Knight of Wands, 6 of Wands in reverse, and 8 of Wands with the Hierophant. So like I said, this has a lot to do with what this person was taught in childhood, right? With their family, the way that they were indoctrinated. So maybe this person comes from a wealthy family, and maybe their wealthy family would, talk down about people who didn't have money. And it created a sense of superiority in this person, because 6 of Wands in reverse is someone who's extremely arrogant, egocentric. They're spoiled, right? That's where the term spoiled comes from, because it means that you have everything so much so that it ruins your view of the world. Now you don't have compassion for people who don't have what you have. And that's what the universe is trying to teach this person. Their higher self is trying to get them to abandon that way of thinking. With the Ace of Cups, it wants them to be more compassionate, it wants them to be kinder to the people around them. Because I feel like this is an emperor, right? They can regain their wealth quickly, faster than most, because they already have experience in it. But with the Five of Swords, I feel like the universe is going to keep putting blockages in their way until they embrace this energy, until they understand that they need to be compassionate and kind towards the people that don't have the same amount that they have, towards the people that don't have the opportunities and background that they have. Because with the Knight of Wands, remember, it was a test. It's a test. Are you willing to be courageous and bold and step forward and say, I am worthy regardless of how much I have in my bank account. I am valuable through who I am, my skill, my craft, my persona, not my identity, not through my bank account. Because that's where they used to place a lot of arrogance. And the fact that the Eight of Wands is here means that they were very vocal about it too. Maybe when they would go out to eat with friends, they would sit there laughing at other people who maybe struggled to pay for dinner. Or if they would go out, to hang out, they would talk down about people who had broken down cars. Or, it feels like it was very vocal. They were very vocal about how much they despised people of a different class, people of a different status. Maybe not despised, but they definitely looked down on them. Let's see. What else can we know about this storyline? We get to see more booty. Two of Coins with the Ten of Wands. What's really interesting to me is that both of these cards show a man naked. Totally naked. So I think that this masculine feels this way right now. I feel like this person may be going through a dark night of the soul, because this is what it feels like. He feels completely stripped of everything that he used to hold on to. And what I mean by that is, imagine somebody that feels weak, right? Somebody that feels weak is going to grab onto other things to lift themselves up, to stand on, to feel strong, to lean on. And the problem, that there's nothing wrong with that. That's okay, right? When we feel weak, it's okay to lean on others, or it's okay to lean on things or activities. The problem is when we start basing our identity on the crutch. So let's say that this person didn't come from a wealthy background. Let's say this person didn't come from a wealthy background. Let's say they came from a very humble background, but because they persevered and they strove and they drove and did everything they could to build wealth, they felt weak before, and when they built wealth, that became their crutch, and they felt like they could lean on it fully, right? And what they would do is when they would come across other people who also had a humble background, but who had not gone to the lengths they did, they would look down on them like, well, I did it. Why aren't you doing it, loser? Now they would judge those people. So the universe is like, oh, no. Let me show you something. And boom, it kicked away that crutch. This person has fallen, completely stripped of anything that they could have leaned on. So they feel really weak right now. They feel vulnerable. They feel exposed. They feel like they don't have anything to defend themselves with. Because at the end of the day, they should not have based their identity on that, because that made them arrogant. Somebody who's confident in themselves, somebody who has a strong sense of identity, does not need to be putting down other people. They don't feel the need to crush others just to make themselves feel better. So the universe is teaching this masculine, this emperor, about what they're basing their identity on. So they've stripped them of everything that they used to use to identify themselves, right? So when we're talking about stripping, think of it like, I don't know, maybe they became a stripper. Not that we're judging strippers, but the reason I'm saying that is because our clothes sometimes give an essence of status, right? Like somebody who dresses like this, you would know, you would start identifying certain things about them. based on how they're dressed, right? So clothing gives us a sense of status as well. That's why people put labels on it. There's clothes out there where they stamp somebody's name all over it because that person is important. And you bought that fucking sweater that has that person's name all over it. And that tells you I'm important too because I'm attached to the label. I paid so much for this sweater, so that makes me important, right? Stupid. It's stupid. But I feel like that's something this person used to do. And so whatever sweater they had that had somebody else's name or face stamped all over it, the universe took that. It's like, no, this is trash. Let's remove that. Who are you without all of that? When you're stripped of everything that you used to lean on, who are you outside of that? Why do you need somebody else's name on your purse, on your sweater, on your car, whatever the fuck you're doing to have a sense of identity? Who are you outside of that? And this person is definitely having an existential crisis. Maybe that's why I was having an existential crisis with having to read tarot upside down, because that was part of the theme. So let's see. Let's see this. The universe is teaching them about releasing all of that weight, right? Those burdens of what they would base their identity on, those crutches, and rebuild. Because again, Capricorn, Jupiter. So they may have lost Capricorn, Mars. They may have lost some of their stability, but the universe is saying you can rebuild it, but you're going to rebuild it off of your own merit, your skill. Clarify the Two of Coins. King of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Five of Cups in reverse, and Three of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So, like I said, they haven't been stripped of everything because they still have themselves. They still have their mind, their creativity, their intelligence. They're still showing up as a King of Swords because this is an emperor. And to reach emperor status, you did have to work hard, right? So this is somebody who clearly has a lot of intelligence. So with the Four of Pentacles, they were stripped of whatever that gave them a sense of security. But with the Five of Cups in reverse, it's like they're also letting go of, they're letting go of their attachment to it. They're letting go of that, that burden that told them this is the only way to do it. This is the only way to be. With the Three of Pentacles, this tells me two things. First of all, they might have, in the past, they might have had business partners, people that were old family friends, or, again, it wasn't so much them leaning on themselves, it was them having help from other people. So they're losing that. They're having to do this by themselves because the universe is trying to teach them that they have value outside of other things, but they won't trust that. They're teaching them the difference between pride and arrogance. Have pride in your skills, but don't get arrogant about it because you'll be torn down again. The universe doesn't allow that, not for long. So they're being taught to stand by themselves, right? No teamwork right now, no cooperation. But at the same time, whatever foundation was built in their childhood, that's also being torn down. They're starting over with the Two of Pentacles. They haven't even reached the Three again. They're completely, I really feel like this person's going through a dark night of the soul. They're completely restructuring the way that they think about things. So, let's see. What else do we need to know? The storyline. I think I went back up. The Two of Swords. Oh, titties. Let's put that one up right so y'all can see the titties real quick. I literally love this deck just for them titties. Okay. It's serious again. Serious. Libra Moon. This is interesting. Very, very interesting. I feel like they're still struggling with balance, right? They're still struggling with balance a little bit because now they're going in the opposite direction. They're going in the direction of, since they're barely in the stage of being stripped of everything they own, everything they have. Right now, they're a little bit in the, okay, I can't make any move. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything because I need help and I can't do this by myself. And so they're kind of like in panic mode. They're definitely not in temperance mode. That's why it's in reverse. They're kind of panicking. They're kind of like, I don't know what to decide. I don't know where to go. I'm not sure who to ask for help. Nobody wants to help me. They're depending right now on somebody to show up and save them. Because remember, they've been stripped of everything that they had as their seat of power, right? Because they were basing it on the wrong thing. So the universe is teaching them, no. You also don't want to give your power away. We're not telling you to use, to need somebody else to build. You need to do this by yourself. But they're, of course, they can only learn the lesson if they're actually listening to the universe, right? So I don't know if this person knows how to do that yet. Let's see. Clarify the Two of Swords. Clarify the Two of Swords. Eight of Swords. Clarify Two of Swords. The Magician. The Chariot in reverse with the Empress in reverse. Yeah, okay. So because they're panicking, they're stepping into Libra moon energy in the negative sense. Even though it's not in reverse, it's still here in the negative sense. I can feel it. I know, I felt it. I know what I'm saying. With the Empress in reverse, they're becoming codependent. Maybe this Queen of Wands that abuses them, makes them feel like shit, they're going to stay with her, even if there's a lot of anxiety regarding this connection, because they feel like, but I don't have any money. I don't know where to go. So another thing that they're being taught is to protect their dignity. Now, if this truly is, and I feel like it is, I don't know why I said if, let's just call it what it is. This dark night of the soul, this person is going through, right? They're called dark nights of the soul because when something is really dark, there's no light seeping through. You feel absolutely lost. You feel like you don't know, you're reaching out and like touching everything around you because you're trying to hit something solid. You're trying to find something to guide your way. So this person right now, the Queen of Wands is the only thing that they've found that might give them something solid, right? But it's almost like the energy I got with this queen, the first Queen of Wands, was somebody who, through this dark night of the soul, this person's trying to hold on to her robe, to her dress, and she turns around and smacks them, like, stop touching me. But they're so desperate that they'll take it. They'll take that hit because they're like, I have nowhere else to go. I have nothing else to do. I don't know what I would be without somebody's assistance. And that's really rough. That's a really rough place to be in. I've been there. Dark night of the souls are not fun. But they're meant to help you step into your power. The reason that you are stripped of everything, the reason that you're supposed to feel like you have nothing is so that you can rebuild yourself from the ground up and you don't depend on anybody else. It feels brutal, but it's meant to be for this person's highest good. With the Eight of Swords in reverse, they're meant to set themselves free because the more assets they have with someone, they can't set themselves free, right? Now they're responsible. Remember, an emperor rules over an entire empire. So if the empire comes crashing down, the emperor is free. But that's not what he's seeing. He's seeing it like his identity came from that empire. Without the empire, he's nothing. But that's not true. An emperor will always be an emperor, even when they are, what's the, I can't think of the word. Oh my God. Even when they're dethroned, even if their physical power is taken away, an emperor is still an emperor. So they need to recuperate faith in themselves. Is what they need to do. but they're struggling with that. They are struggling. Okay, one last look at the titties, and then we gotta shuffle. Okay. Enough. Let's see. What else do we need to know about the storyline? The Palace of Wands. Oof, with the Five of Cups. This is, okay, here's what's really fucking ironic, okay? Here's what's really ironic. Remember how the Leo Mars card was in reverse and the Aries Mars card was in reverse? Well, this Mars card is upright. Scorpio Mars. But this is not the favorable. Oh, yeah, look at this. This is not favorable. Because what they do take action on, the only thing that they're taking action on is possibly drinking their sorrows away. They're sitting here full of self-pity, full of self-loathing, feeling humiliated, feeling like they're nothing, and all they have is a bottle of wine or a bottle of tequila or whatever they're drinking. That's the only thing they take action towards. So the Palace of Wands, they're indulging right now. They're indulging in all sorts of things to escape the fact that they feel like a failure. They feel completely and utterly lost. Clarify the Palace of Wands. Let's see. I've been here. I know. Oof, look at that. Devil in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Justice in reverse. With the Nine of Pentacles upright. Remember the other queen that was around? I feel like this pertains to her. They don't want to let go of the possibility of being with her. But right now, she may show up stronger than them financially, when before they were stronger. So there's this like, I couldn't possibly approach her. Who am I when I have nothing and she's doing so well? So with the Devil card, they're sinking into the deepest depths of addiction, of despair, of negative thinking and negative thought patterns. Knight of Pentacles in reverse again, thinking they can't possibly leave, they can't go anywhere. And they're so focused on the unfairness of it all. That's what they keep thinking of. Life is just so unfair. Life is so unfair because if I had what I normally had, I wouldn't be here. Yeah, well, if they had what they normally had, they wouldn't learn the fucking lesson. Life is not unfair. They brought this on themselves, but they're only seeing maybe they were robbed from. Maybe they were tricked. Maybe whatever happened was meant to happen. The Wheel of Fortune is still here. That was still fated and destined to happen. It's not unfair. It's a lesson. It's a karmic lesson. But that's all they see. Life is unfair. And so I'm going to sit here and cry and weep and bury my sorrows in all sorts of addiction. Because they can't let go of how abused they feel, and possibly the connection with this Queen of Wands isn't helping. But again, they're meant to stand in their power, and they're not really doing that right now. No, not really, not at all. All right, last card. Last card. The Star reverse. Surprise, surprise. Huh? Six of Coins in reverse. Oh my God. Okay, before I clarify, remember this has already come up 3 times. It came up 3 times because the first time we had the Four of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles in reverse, I said this is the Six of Coins in reverse. Then the next time we had the Five of Coins and the Ace of Coins in reverse. And again, I said this is the Six of Coins in reverse. And here we have the Six of Coins in reverse, officially. Taurus moon energy, but it's in reverse. And then we also have the Libra symbol because this is about balance, right? There's a scale. So Taurus moon energy in reverse tells us a couple of things. Like I said, this person used to be very generous, right? But with the wrong motivation. They were generous because they liked being the one that was in power. They saw give and take as a power play. They weren't doing it out of the generosity of their heart. They weren't doing it because they had been in a similar situation and they knew what it felt like to have nothing. No. They would give because they liked to be the one to say, hey, I bought you that. Wear it here. Or I'm going to take you here, just because they wanted people to be kissing their ass. Like they wanted people to be almost groveling at their feet. That's why they gave. And that's why they're reaping this terrible karma right now. Because that's not the way you give. That's not the reasons you should give. When you give, you should give, the YouTube channels out there that suck their own dick by going out giving homeless people food and money, but they record it the whole time. They're recording that person's vulnerability and their emotions. They're profiting off of somebody else's despair. They are profiting and benefiting off of the humiliation someone else is having to endure. And this might have been something similar to that. With the Six of Pentacles in reverse, there was an imbalance in giving. This person liked to give, but it's because they like to call the shots. And if you didn't line up with the way that they acted or what they wanted, they would take back what they were giving. And that's not being generous. They would give with the intent of having a power play over other people. So with the Star card, now they're really struggling because they can't accept from others. They can't accept help from others because now they're the ones on the receiving end. But again, it's meant to teach them a lesson. It's meant to teach them a lesson of when you are the one that has nothing, when you're the one that is struggling, how would you like to be treated? Would you like someone to be throwing it in your face that they bought you food? Would you like someone to be throwing it in your face that you're a loser, that you're nothing? When you know perfectly well that you're still a fucking emperor? This is a lesson. With the Star card in reverse, they've lost all hope. They don't have hope because their mind is in such a negative spiral right now. That's where the term spiraling comes from. Like think of your thoughts like an airplane, right? When we start spiraling, we're like, that's that. Sound effects and everything. That's I can't stop. That's what it feels like. That's where spiraling comes from. The idea of spiraling, that's what comes to mind for me. An airplane going and crashing into the ground. This person is mentally and emotionally spiraling. But because their sense of power did not come from their own sense of power, their sense of power came from taking power from others. And maybe that's all they had been taught. So I'm not saying this person is a piece of shit. I'm just saying that this is them going through a dark night of the soul so that they learn the dynamics of power. They learn how carefully they have to balance that. Whenever you're in a position to give, whenever you're in a position to help, do not sit there lording it over other people, because that will come back around. That is not a good karma to build. Clarify the Star. Six of Pentacles upright. Page of Swords. Ooh. Oh no. I lost half the deck. Oh well, this is the last card, so I'll pick it up in a little bit. Nine of Wands. Sagittarius moon. They can recuperate their optimism. They can recuperate their faith. But it's going to require them eating a little bit of humble pie. It's going to require them eating a little bit of crow. Okay? With the Six of Pentacles, now they are going to have to ask for assistance. And the thing is that this person had so much ego and pride that the idea of asking for help disgusts them. It disgusts them because they were the ones giving help before, but it was with looking down on other people, looking at them like they're little bugs at their feet. And now they are the bug. And the thing is, it's teaching them to never look at people that way again. When you're giving, you give with your whole heart. You give with your whole soul. You appreciate when other people give to you. But you don't sit there lording it over other people. It's stretching them, mentally stretching them to think outside the way that they had always been taught. With the Sun card, I do feel like this person is pretty miserable right now because we have the Star and the Sun in reverse. They're definitely in a state of anxiety. And that can be fixed too, but they need to step out of their ego. They need to step out of their arrogance for that to happen. Because you can't really have pride in yourself unless you take action, right? But they're not taking action because they're too full of ego right now. So once they take action and they start being like, okay, maybe right now I'm down, and that's okay. Maybe right now I don't even have a fucking dollar. That's okay, because you know what? I know how to get a job. I know how to get a paycheck. I can go pick cherries, fruits, vegetables, and that'll give me a little bit of money. I can get me some food. Like they have to have a plan, but for that to happen, they need to step out of that ego, out of that arrogance. And this is a rough lesson. This is a dark night of the soul for sure, for sure. Let's pull some advice because I feel this person definitely needs some advice, which I gave plenty because we all know I don't stop talking, but let's see. Let's use the animal spirits from the Wild Unknown series. What's the advice for this person? That they need to eat some crow. Oh, what's the advice? The firefly. Oh, and the turtle. Turtles are so cute. Okay. So the turtle is somebody, again, this has to do with our sense of security, right? Because the turtle carries its home on its back. Wherever the turtle is, it's home because they are their own home. The turtle is not codependent on anybody because they are their home. This person can learn from the turtle. They need to be their own home. They need to give themselves a sense of home, not base it on their surroundings, on their environment, on what they have. With the crow, they already know that things are going to get better because the crow has to do with, supernatural ability to see into the future. It's not just the future, it's also the past. So they're actually, I believe this person is aware of why things are happening the way they're happening. But they're probably having some difficulty integrating the lesson because they would have to admit that they weren't in the best place. They weren't, in the best of energies. And that also, admitting we're wrong also requires stepping outside of our ego and arrogance. And with the firefly, remember when here it is, the Page of Cups came up. I feel like this person is receiving inspiration in the darkest of nights that they are living. They're receiving inspiration, possibly to write something, to create a YouTube channel of their journey, to be making reels or poems, music, whatever. There's something that they're inspired by this journey that they're experiencing. But the firefly says inspiration is fleeting. If they don't grab that inspiration, someone else will have that same idea and it'll come out before they're taking action. Because they're not taking action, remember? The only action they're taking is drinking or doing whatever the fuck they're doing to escape this. So they need to get their shit together, okay? All right. That's what I got. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please make sure to leave your feedback and tell me what you think about today's fumbling little reading. And I look forward to your feedback. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Oh, please subscribe. Bye.